Good afternoon and welcome to the Citizen FM News at noon. I am Lawrence Omoite. As the federal government says, a new minimum wage regime will come into effect on October the 1st, 2024. On April the 1st, 2024, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Idris Mohammed, who disclosed this in Abuja, said the current 30,000 naira minimum wage would expire at the end of March 2024. Mohammed said this on Thursday as an analysis of the 2024-2026 fiscal framework budget by lawmakers. Members of the National Assembly have commenced debate on general principles of the 27.5 trillion naira budget proposal. At the floor of the upper legislative chamber and the green chambers, lawmakers expressed readiness to interrogate the requests of the president.
There is indeed a sacred obligation on all of us as members of parliament in oversighting ministries, departments and agencies of government to ensure that we scrutinize these officials of government to partner with the efforts of Mr. President so that Nigerians can enjoy the dividends of democracy. What I thought is very necessary to commend Mr. President is for his own readiness in the investment in the life of young people. In the history of Nigeria, we're having the youth having access to students' loan, having education freely accessible to the young ones. The federal government has an excellent report on its table, the Oronsaye report. Mr. Speaker, if Nigeria wants to consolidate revenues, decrease wastage, and ensure efficiency, we must insist on the full implementation of that report, which recommended that certain agencies that are duplicitous should be merged together.
Meanwhile, the senators on Thursday strongly condemned all forms of violence against women and girls, emphasizing the need for more robust measures to safeguard their interests. This position was articulated during plenary, where the lawmakers actively participated in the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence on women and the girl child. A motion to observe the advocacy was led by 17 senators, spearheaded by Senator Ireti Kingwe.
Over 28,000 cases of gender-based violence have been reported nationwide. In all these reported cases, over 9,000 have been opened against offenders, while over 8,000 are still pending in various courts.
When I was a governor, I discovered that the penalty for rape was so minimal that was more or less an incentive. And even the penalty for defilement was, for me, laughable. That you wonder if it is worth the time we spend in prosecution. I think the country needs to review all of those laws and the sanctions that must go with it.
We should urge the Federal Ministry of Education and the Nigerian Universities Commission to prioritize the issue of accommodating female students on campus to guard against abduction of female students that live off campus.
The Nigerian Air Force helicopter crashed in Port Harcourt, the River State capital, earlier today. NAF spokesman Edward Gomboy confirmed the development in a statement. He said all those on board survived, though they sustained minor injuries. The helicopter with the number NAF MI-35P crashed at exactly 7:45 a.m. shortly after it took off for an operation against economic saboteurs in River State. The Executive Vice Chairman of Citizen 93.7 FM Abuja, Alhaji Nojim Jimo, has been honored with the Man of Gold Award by the Nigerian Women Progressive Alliance. Presenting the award on behalf of the Alliance at the corporate headquarters of Citizen FM Abuja, Ajia Fatima Abubakar revealed that the award of Icon of Diligent Service was bestowed on Alhaji Nojim Jimo in recognition of his immense contribution towards development of students, youth, and service to humanity.
Nigerian Women Progressive Alliance, we came all the way from Kano to present a token award to Alhaji for his great things he have been doing. We have been hearing about the things he have been doing, and we choose to nominate him to give him this great award.
A Chief Operating Officer of Citizen FM Abuja, Salmon Salami, received the award on behalf of Alhaji Najim Jema.
Philanthropic activities, and for the promise that this will spur us to higher heights. We couldn't have gotten a better person than Alhaji Najim Jema, who is well known for his philanthropic activities and for his commitment to progressive journalism.
The Federal Ministry of Innovation, Science and Technology has reiterated the need for Africans to pay special attention to artificial intelligence for speedy socio-economic advancement of the continent. The Minister, Uche Geoffrey Naji, made the call while hosting members of the Gliston International Academy who were on a courtesy visit to the ministry in Abuja.
Because in any innovation, science and tech, it is always wonderful to catch these kids young. And you're doing a great work starting at this stage, because our focus in this ministry has been on how to create jobs for the adults so that they can keep earning money and keeping the families. But this style of science and tech is so wonderful because when you catch these children young, and you start making moves to take them to greater height, even going to as far as Dallas for competition and coming top in Africa, out of the African countries that participated is commendable.
As Chief Executive Officer of the school, Dr. Samira Jibril, noted that the institution is technology-driven. She further expressed gratitude to the ministry for supporting the school during the COVID-19 pandemic when the students invented humanoid robot named MyRobot.
It might not start easily, but we must start somewhere. We can't be left behind. This is the world which the children live in. This is their world, and this is our world too. Again, the Honorable Minister, Permanent Secretary has said, we as a school qualified, only 4 African countries qualified for the World Championship in Dallas. But we topped the list, and we have been given the mandate to not only organize, to see that VEX robotics go on in Africa.
And on the foreign scene, nearly 200 nations agreed Thursday to launch a fund to support countries hit by global warming in a historic moment at the start of the UN climate talks in the oil-rich UAE. The announcement came as the Emirate host of the COP28 talks declared that fossil fuel must be part of any climate deal negotiated over the next 2 weeks.
I pledge that I will run an inclusive and transparent process, one that encourages free and open discussion between all parties.
Stepping far too slowly from an unstable world that lacks resilience to working out the best responses to the complex impacts that we are facing. We must teach climate action to run, because this has been the hottest year ever in humanity. So many terrible records were broken, and we are paying the price with people's lives and livelihoods.
In sports, Nigeria began their quest for a place in next year's Women African Cup of Nations. They did that in style with a 5-0 thumping of Cape Verde at the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja. Uchenna Kanu and Esther Okurunkwo scored a brace each, while Monday Gift got a goal as the Super Falcons recorded an emphatic win over the Miners. Despite missing star striker Ashat Oshoala, the record WAFCON holder outclassed their foes. And as a Citizen FM News at noon, I am Lawrence Omoiti. Good afternoon.